I've had 100 surgeries from hydrocephalus.
It's a lot of pressure towards the brain.
I knew something was going on, and it was frightening because I had no idea what it was.
Hydrocephalus is a disorder in which the circulation of the spinal fluid inside the brain to the outside of the brain is impaired.
I believe it all started when I had a couple of falls from horses. I would walk down to the barn, and I noticed that my left foot was dragging. I also had some strange, what I would call spells, almost a panic reaction. And I thought, am I going crazy?
Normally it should be flat like that. His first CAT scan was 3 years ago, and it wasn't until just over a year ago that he was referred to us for the possibility of hydrocephalus. One of the greatest misconceptions is getting slow and shuffling and demented and wetting yourself. Well, that's just supposed to happen when you get older, and that's not at all true. And let me check your shunt setting. He had his shunt surgery a year ago. A shunt is a downspout. It's a little drainage system that conveys the spinal fluid to some other part of the body.
It was like a miracle. I mean, truly, I got my life back.
There's not enough awareness among the public. There's not enough awareness among physicians. There's more awareness for babies and children.
She was born at 32 and a half weeks, and her head started to swell.
They actually told us that it didn't look good.
She's about 25 days old. They put a shunt in. Everything's going good for 6 years, and then doctor's like, call ER, the shunt has failed, it has to come out.
I was just like, oh, I can't believe this is happening. And I almost lost it.
When I have to have surgery, they have to go on my head, and then once the surgery is done, I'll have a scar on the right side of my face. I always used to wear headbands to cover up my scar.
I think that was our way of covering it up and protecting her.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you.
It wasn't until when I found the Hydrocephalus Association, honestly as a family, that we were able to come out and really speak on it.
She started meeting kids at the first walk that had the same condition she, and I'm telling you, I mean, her self-confidence just went through the roof.
And now I don't wear headbands. I just wear like funky hairstyles.
That's when I knew she accepted who she was, and it was okay.
You don't know at the beginning who's going to be the person who sails along with the same shunt for 10, 20 years, or who's the person who's going to be into trouble over and over and over again.
I don't remember what it's like to not have a headache. I started seeing a neurologist at the age of 6. When I was 10 years old is when I was first diagnosed with hydrocephalus. My senior year of high school, I underwent about 40 surgeries that year. It was just constant back and forth living in the hospital.
When we first met, actually the night we came out, she said she almost didn't go out on the date because she felt so sick. But she did.
Seriously. We're just taking in every moment because unfortunately with hydrocephalus, we never know when the next shunt malfunction is going to be. We're hoping it won't be near the wedding.
She actually had an episode a few weeks back where she collapsed at home and I had to call 911.
I was having severe headaches and I started getting chest pain.
That night I definitely crossed my mind that I was going to lose her.
I've always had the outlook that it could be worse. I'm here, you know, I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm working, I'm getting married.
Yes, looks so pretty, look at that, beautiful.
She deserves to be loved just like everybody else does, even more so because she's fought so hard to be who she is. She's never let hydrocephalus define her, and it's an amazing thing to see, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
There is no cure for hydrocephalus. A shunt is not a cure.
There's so many people that have it, you know, over 1 million Americans.
There's not nearly enough funding for hydrocephalus as there should be, especially when we compare it to disorders with similar numbers of affected patients.
Don't give up and don't lose hope, I think, is the biggest thing. You know, with research, things will get better, and hopefully one day, I know we will, we'll find a cure.